Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles and cousins, of course, and mamas and pops, or if you prefer, abuelos and abuelas, and baseball fans everywhere, welcome to day 25 of the Valley Baseball League's 2020 Rewind season. Hello, everyone. Graham Knight here. I am, of course, joined by Aaron and Jordan, who you'll see in just a second. But first, I got to give a big shout out to the Front Royal Cardinals. Yep, I'm sporting the Front Royal Cardinal red. Anyway, I know you're like, oh, sorry, wrong side. I know you're like, it says Valley League. Shouldn't it have like a bird or something? Yeah, it should. That shirt's coming. But before it gets here, here is the Valley League challenge to you. Go to frontroyalcardinals.com and order your Cardinal stuff now. You know, a lot of these teams were expecting to have revenues coming in to cover the costs they incur all year long. Just because our season's end of May to, first part of August doesn't mean that the bills aren't piling up year round. Given the fact that we're not able to play, we would love to have your support by wearing your favorite Valley Baseball League stuff. Anyway, that's why the Cardinal Red's on today. We'd love to see you in the Cardinal Red, and very soon you'll see the entire crew in the Cardinal Red. Hey, listen, one more shout out. Want to know what you guys think. We started doing our 2020 Rewind game, giving you full games. The idea was that, there's nothing really on. I mean, maybe you guys like marble racing and face slapping. I saw it once. That was all I needed. Trying to give you some baseball. I know Major League and the players are trying to work it out. They may not. But that doesn't mean baseball's not being played. We are a day away from the start of the Rockingham County League, other leagues in the Wood Bat League Association, for lack of a better way to describe them, have started playing. But we don't want you to be home going, gee, I wish I had some baseball. So that's why we're doing this Rewind season. We're going to give you a short recap, 30 minutes or less, of the big game of the night. We'll catch you up on what happened last year on this day. And if you want 7 years worth of content, well, John Leonard's got that for you too. So don't be walking away from the Valley League saying, oh man, I just did not get enough baseball. I'm just not satisfied. If that's happening, let us know. We will adjust and we will fix whatever your baseball needs are. But you don't have to depend on me alone. I've got the crew here. Everybody say hi to Jordan.
Fans, how's it going?
The weird thing is I say, everybody say hi to Jordan. I don't hear them say anything. And then you're always so nice. You're like, hey, fans, even though you didn't say hi to me, you're like, hey, welcome in. It's good to have you here. We're joined by Aaron as well.
Graham, how are you? Are you okay? Are you doing well? Sorry, we don't address you first.
No, you know what? Obviously, I had more than my share of coffee. Yep, got the red, white, and blue going right here. And, having fun sharing baseball with anybody who will listen. It used to be I just walk around the street and like, hey, do you like baseball? How about you? Do you like baseball? But now that, most people aren't kind of out, this is the best I can do. I'm hanging in my basement talking about baseball. Unfortunately, you guys are crazy enough to join me. So thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey, Jordan, why don't you set the stage for us? We had another Strasburg Front Royal matchup. The last time those two teams were together, one of them walked away with the no-hitter. Took the entire team to pull it off, but it was still pretty cool. Pretty sure, just kind of throw this out there, that there's another no-hitter coming. I won't say that it's these same two teams, but I remember another one in the season. Catch us up on this particular matchup of Strasburg versus Front Royal.
Yeah, Graham. Well, here's the thing. That other game that you're kind of hinting at, it's coming. And it does involve one of these teams. I'm not going to spoil it any more than that. But as far as tonight, yeah, Strasburg and Front Royal, man, these guys go at it. It's always fun to watch these two match up. And I know that one word that we love, which starts with D, the D word, doubleheader. Yeah, we got a different kind of a D word tonight. Unfortunately, that word is devastation, because one of these teams is going to seriously be facing that come the close of tonight's game. And I don't want to, again, give it away. We got to be as inconspicuous as we can here. But I want to just give fans a notice. You need to stay around for the ninth inning in this one. And personally, Nick Toney is the man to look out for tonight. He might be the key to all of this if, we're trying to make this appear like maybe one of those sports movies that we're logging into ESPN 30 for 30 to watch. But this is a great game to watch tonight. You have this one player coming up there's this one marquee play. It kind of combines the best of what David Bodie and Jose Batista can bring. Just be ready for it. You'll know what it is when you see it.
Yeah, well, I'm inspired. I got to tell you, to me, having helped put these together, and a lot of the kudos goes to Jordan because he took John Leonard's annual and kind of went through there trying to pick out the best games. A lot of the stuff is based on what John thought the best games were. But, I've been thrilled to see how many of them come down to the last at bat, the last inning. Not many of these were decided early on. It's not like it was the first couple of innings and then there was 7 innings of crickets. These all kind of came down to the last inning. So eager to see this one. I haven't seen this one yet, and I didn't practice. I'm sorry. I didn't look at the box score before I got here. Aaron, what's your reaction to this particular game?
Well, I understand that Jordan doesn't want to give away everything that happened, but I'll give away a few things that happened in this 9th inning. Okay, we had hit by pitches, we had wild pitches, we had intentional walks, we had a really big hit, and we had an awesome bat flip at the end of it all. So lots of things happening in all one inning, and it's definitely worth watching, see what happened in that 9th.
Yeah, well, just to kind of jump in on that, it reminds me a little bit of our sponsor, Grace Burrows. 2 years ago, the tagline with Grace was something along the lines of, if you can't find love on the baseball diamond, look no further than Grace Burrows. This year, it's been, if you're finding love on the baseball diamond, please call us because we want to hear about it. As you talk about flipped bats, it's like, Jordan's like, I'm not going to kiss and tell. But it's like, listening to you talk, it's like we're going to bat and tell. So I love the flip bat kind of heads up. So it's very nice. I know you guys are sitting there going, how is he going to connect Grace Burrows' romance to baseball? I kind of feel like I'm the Kevin Bacon, maybe the 6 degrees of separation from romance and baseball. Anyway, there you go. Just some fun for you. And a huge shout out to Grace Burrows. She's been an amazing sponsor for us, and absolutely love what we've been able to do and love sharing her work with everybody. Like I said, I'm proud to say I was one of her first readers, and she's written some incredible books. She's approaching 100 now. She's a crazy writer. I can't believe how much she writes in one day. But anyway, enough about writers, enough about romance. Let's get back to baseball. Will you guys focus, please? I need you guys to focus. Aaron, what else happened on this day back in 2019?
One of your favorite things, the utility player in the Valley League. You love seeing somebody that can bat, that can play the outfield, that can pitch. And we had that with the Charlottesville game at Newmarket. It was Kirby McMullen. He went 3 of 5 with 4 RBIs at the plate, and he threw 3 solid innings as well. He only allowed 1 unearned run and ended up getting that win. It was 6-4 Tom Sox over Newmarket. There was 7 errors by the Tom Sox in that game. So it's kind of incredible that the Rebels couldn't mount the comeback. It's just kind of, they went down 3-0 to begin the game and couldn't come back. And then Waynesboro and Stanton was a good one. It went into extra innings. He had 10 innings there, and our hitter of the day comes from this one. It's Joseph Kinker. Now the team went down 6-3 with 2 outs in the 9th, and Generals Joe Kinker hit a 3-run homer to tie the game. And in the 10th, they got it on a fielder's choice. It was Brad Burkell who got on that fielder's choice. Then he stole second. He went on to third on an error, and then he scored the eventual winning run. And the Generals, they beat Stanton 7-6. Now the Generals are 12-7 on the season, and the Braves fall to 11-10 with that.
Yeah, as I think about the Stanton team, I'll have to go back and look, but it seems like if there was a team that was going to go into extra innings, it was often the Braves. The other thing that strikes me is just how strong and powerful Charlottesville was last year. Those guys, and if the other theme that we've had kind of over and over again are the errors, and so far in our reporting, the only 2 teams that have managed to commit a number of errors and still win are the Tom Sox and the Braves. So a couple of interesting stats there, or at least highlights. Jordan, what stands out to you?
Yeah, Graham. Well, I had two more games to recap in today's day of action. Excuse me. The first one coming between the Lumberjacks and the Cannons, and you know me, I love saying the Cannons roar whenever I get the chance to. I get to do it again because it's incredible this season turnaround that they have had so far. They've won 4 of their last 5 games, and I don't think I need to remind anybody this was a baseball team that started off 1-7, often shooting themselves in the foot, Graham, as you've said before, and it's often their own mistakes that would cost them. That's not the case as of late. They have been killing it in some of these past games. They won 2-4, 4-2, I would say rather, over the Covington Lumberjacks in this game. And Angel Hernandez is going to come in and give 4 shutout innings for this Purcellville squad before Andrew Kaczynski. He's going to drive in a crucial 2 runs in that 8th inning. Purcellville guys, whether they're at home or on the road, they are really turning their season around. It's a lot of fun to watch. And again, they win this one 4-2. My other game that I had the pleasure of looking into, that was between the Woodstock River Bandits and the Harrisonburg Turks. And the Turks are going to come out on top of this one 3-1. How about the Turks pitching? I know there might be a lot of low-scoring games with Harrisonburg, but the pitching has been phenomenal. And tonight, Will Bryan and Alex Hopp, they had all the momentum on the mound that they needed. They got this one done. 8 shutout innings just from these two alone. But the runs, of course, have to come from somewhere. And they got one very crucial one. A Josh Madole bases loaded walk happens first before Jed Bryant. He's going to get a 2-run single in the 8th inning as well. And strangely enough, guys, John Leonard's pitcher of the day, though, not on the Harrisonburg mound, as you would think might be the case. But actually, no. Billy Mantilla is going to get the pitcher of the day award from Mr. John Leonard, our good buddy. He pitched 5 shutout innings in this game, threw 4 strikeouts, and allowed no runs. But again, you kind of need offense to win some baseball games. And, 3 runs, it might not seem like enough, but it was tonight for Harrisonburg. 3-1, a pitcher's duel that the Turks come up on top in.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but anybody else besides me missing kind of sitting out at the stadium and watching that, the game kind of play out right in front of you?
Every night.
Yeah. How about you guys? Have anybody tuned into the Korean League just to see what's going on?
Actually, yeah.
I finally caught you, Aaron. We caught Aaron. Finally, she was muted. We caught her. That's the first time, man. She's always on it. We got her. Everybody. Yeah. Anyway, what were you going to say, Aaron?
No,
Aaron, if you have something, go for it.
I was just going to say that I have watched some of it, but it's interesting as a broadcaster to watch because the people that are broadcasting the game have no idea who these players are or anything about them. So it's more of just a commentary of baseball and the game itself rather than, that much about each of these teams and the players and what they do. So it's just kind of funny to see a different side of it in that way.
Yeah. Jordan, recap what you were saying before, because I think we kind of ended up talking over you a little bit. You said you miss it every day?
I miss baseball every day, Graham, but let me tell you what, the Korean League, I found out 2 things about it. First off, because there's no fans allowed in the stadiums right now, they filled them with stuffed animals, at least behind the plate, which, okay, cute. My girlfriend liked that one. Fiance now, it's still getting adjusted to saying that. She found that cute, which got me interested. And then additionally, you also find out that with this Korean League, just the outfield is shorter, so you're going to have more home runs. It's more of like it's more of a high-scoring baseball league, as it turns out. But I'm just glad that baseball is being played somewhere. It might not be here right now, but it's somewhere. I know, like you said, we have maybe some more baseball finally popping up in the state later this month. But it's been entertaining to watch at 4 a.m. when I just can't sleep.
Yeah. Hey, let's catch up everybody on kind of where baseball is being played. Aaron's been looking into that a little bit. Aaron, catch them up on who's playing.
Yeah, a lot of leagues are having to split up because not every state has the same regulations right now. So the Northwoods has started. They're playing a pod system where the teams and the cities that are allowed to play are kind of breaking off and doing that in different areas. So they have one pod in Madison, another in like the Michigan area. So that's been kind of interesting to see how they've changed their regular season schedule. And then the South Florida League, they're playing in the West Palm Beach area, Fort Lauderdale area of Florida. They have a lot of Florida State players, a lot of Miami players down there playing, and they're playing like their regular season just a little bit delayed, which is what we're seeing in some other areas as well.
Yeah, gotcha. Well, you know what? I'm going to throw a curveball at you guys because that's what I do. You know that when we sit down to do this, you have absolutely no idea what's coming because neither do I. I just make it up as I go. But I'm kind of curious. Let's go around the room real quick. Predictions on Major League. Will Major League Baseball get it together? As we are taping this, there's been a standoff between the Players Union and Major League Baseball. Apparently, Rob Manfred can go ahead and order, a 50-game schedule, I guess. But the union can file a grievance. Predictions, will we see Major League Baseball this year? Jordan, how about you first?
We better see it because I've been wearing a Cubs uniform or something almost every episode. But I think last night I got some breaking news on my phone. It was probably about 9 o'clock Eastern last night. But I believe they're actually moving, and this is official. I could be wrong, but it was from ESPN. I got their notification that there was a deal back in March where there would be, or maybe not March, but May, that there would be a 60-game regular season and that players are to report as of July 1st. Very soon, and then pro baseball will actually be returning a lot sooner than we honestly thought may have been happening. That could just be my mistake, but from what I've heard, that actually may be the case.
Yeah, I might have the numbers wrong. I know they were talking 70-game season, 50-game season, trying to go back and forth. A real issue on money. Aaron, any predictions? Will they get it together, and will we see some Major League Baseball this year?
I think that ultimately they'll get it together. It's funny because following the whole situation, it's been a big tug and pull with Manfred, and he doesn't want to be like the dictator that says, you're going to play, you need to report now. He wants everybody to come together and do it amicably. He doesn't want to be seen as the mean one, I guess. So while he can implement the season starting, he doesn't want it to have to be that way. So he does want to have a nice agreement made while not having to pay everybody what they're supposed to be paid, right? So, yeah.
Yeah, well, real tug of war. Well, look, hopefully hearing about the games we had last year in 2019 have helped keep your baseball love alive. We will continue to bring these to you every night. If you'd like to see the whole game, we're going to put the link to the game into the description for this event. You can go to Facebook if you have an account and watch it there. If you'd like to us to morph it some other way, please let us know. We welcome your feedback. You can reach us at vbleague@isomermedia.com. That's vbleague@isomermedia.com. There was clearly some great baseball played back in 2019. It was our pleasure to share it with you tonight, and I'm going to wish you the same thing I wish you all in my podcast, or I better say our podcast, is we wish you all perfect health, and we wish you all a speedy return to the baseball diamond. We'll see you again tomorrow night for another recap of the Valley Baseball League's 2020 Rewind season. Thanks, everybody.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to First Bank Park here in Strasburg, Virginia. My name's Kyle Gutschall. Glad to be with you here tonight for some more Valley League action between the home-standing 12-5 Strasburg Express and the visiting 6-15 Front Royal Cardinals. The 2-2. Swinging a drive down the left field line. That's going to be off the wall. It's going to skip into the corner, and heading into second is Cole Freeze with a leadoff stand-up double here in the bottom of the first inning. Big lead at second by Freeze. Here's the 2-1. Swinging a little blooper in the center. This could be trouble, and it is going to drop for a base hit. Runner heading to third. Here's the throw to third. The ball gets away. And did it go into the dugout? It did. It went into the dugout, and Strasburg will be on the board. A throwing error by the center fielder resulting in a run, a single and an E8, and it's 1-0 Strasburg here in the bottom of the first. Oh, that got a piece of him. That's a hit by pitch. So a 1-out hit by pitch of Zach Scott, and that brings up the first baseman, Sonny D.
Sonny D.
Set up outside. Here's the pitch. Swing and a little blooper in the left. That is going to drop for a base hit. 2-out single on a 2-2 count for Tyler Johnson brings up Hunter Blaylock. 3-2. And it hits him. And it's a hit by pitch, and the bases are loaded. Swinging a ground ball down the third base line. It's going to get into the corner and score a couple. Austin Garfalo comes in clutch. One's going to score. Two's going to score. Here comes the third. He is at the plate, and he is safe. Austin Garfalo with a 3-run double, and it's 4-0 Strasburg. And the first pitch in the top of the 4th inning is a home run to straightaway center field. What a swing there for Front Royal's Trey Dabney. And it's 4-1, just like that. He hammered that pitch to center, the deepest part of the ballpark. The 2-2. Swinging a ground ball to short. This might be a tough play. Garfalo bobbles it, and beating it out is Bell. Don't want to get on the bad side of the umpires in the 4th inning. 3-1. Swing and a line drive up the middle, and that's a base hit. Runner's not going to be able to score because of the read that was taken at second by the base runner Bell. So he holds up at third. It's 1st and 3rd and nobody out. He'll trade a double play for a run here. First pitch is a strike, and they called a balk. Somebody called a balk. The base umpire, apparently. And that's going to result in a run. Okay. Ball 4. And that might be the first walk of the night for the Express. It is. Looking for a double play here. Runner's going. Third down the second. It's on time, and it is not in time on the tag. He was safe. 3-1 is hit into left, and that's a base hit. Runner should not be able to score, and he will not. It's cut off, and it's 1st and 3rd, 1 out for Front Royal here in the top of the 6th inning. Set, and the pitch. Swing and a line drive into left. That's a base hit, and the ball gets past the left fielder, Blaylock. Tying run is on its way to the plate. It's cut off, and it's 4-4. Ball 4 outside. It's 1st and 2nd, 1 out.
Oh, I think I got to take out that 16.
Back to action, top of the 6th inning. Strasburg in a little bit of trouble. It's a 4-4 game. There is a new pitcher. It's Devin Dunn, who played here for the Express last year. Left-handed power arm out of the bullpen. Also starts a little bit. 6'2 lefty from VCU. Pitch is a called strike. 3-0 the count, and the pitch. That's in the dirt, and the bases are loaded. A 4-pitch walk there, and that'll bring up Arison Perez, who's flown out twice tonight. Strasburg in a tough spot, 3-2, 2 outs. Set at the belts, Devin Dunn, the lefty ready, and the pitch. Breaking ball hit the short. It's fielded, no it's not. It goes right under the legs of the shortstop. 2 runs are gonna score. And it's 6-4 Front Royal. Bottom of the 8th inning, Sonny DeShera leads it off for Strasburg, trailing not by 1 but by 2. So they've got some work to do and not a lot of time to do it. And new pitcher Trey Parr steps off. He's the 6th hurler of the night. We saw 7 from Newmarket last night, 6 tonight so far. First pitch to Sonny D, and that's hammered to left field. Oh my goodness, where's that gonna land? Home run. Wow. That was absolutely crushed. And it's 6-5. Jeez Louise. And he is hit by a pitch. Griffin Chaney hit by a pitch on the first pitch.
Number 32, Nick Toney.
That just shows how big that double play ball was there. Nick Toney, the go-ahead run, tying run at first, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th inning. Setting the pitch. And that hits him in the back on a curveball. back-to-back hit by pitches, and that brings up Brandon Henson, who has been a good hitter all year long. Here's the pitch. Swinging a line drive up the middle, that's a base hit. Runners being sent home. Here's the third of the plate. It hits the mound, and he is safe at the plate. They call him safe somehow, and the run scores, and it's a tie ball game. It's 6-6 in the 8th. First pitch in the top of the 9th is hammered down the left field line, and it's a fair ball. And showing bunt, and the ball's bobbled. And it's first and third, nobody out. Double down the line by Perez. Got the third on a sacrifice, and then Waterman reached on an error, and then that's a single up the middle. And it's 7-6, and the ball rolls past the center fielder. He slips in center. One will score, another will score, throw to third, and the ball gets away. He's now coming to the plate. Third of the plate, he is out at the plate. It's 8-6, Front Royal. They send up 2-3-4, Hawkins, Scott, and DeShera. And the first pitch hits him.
D. And that was Sonny D.
And they intentionally walk Sonny D
DH number 23, Tyler Johnson.
to get to Tyler Johnson, who leads the team in home runs. Here comes the pitch. And it hit him! It hit him! And it's 8-7.
Now batting number 32,
Nick Toney.
Nick Toney.
Nick Toney awaiting the first pitch. It's a called strike, 0-1. It was tied heading to the 9th. Front Royal with a leadoff double, then an E1, and some more errors in between. They got 2 runs. Strasburg has 1 so far in the bottom of the 9th. With the bases loaded, 2 outs. They're down to their last 2 strikes, though. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a high fly to left field. This one has a chance. It is out of here. A walk-off grand slam for Nick Toney in the bottom of the 9th inning. And the magical season continues for the Strasburg Express. My goodness. The Express with a walk-off grand slam. Wow, my gosh.